Make your selection now.
Hello, this is Random Palk, and as you already saw in the opening, we're reviewing Action 52, because why the fuck not? Now, it's a collection of mini games, kind of, and yeah, everyone knows they're fucking low quality. Like, first game is the only two-player game, everybody knows that, where you're just a fucking dragon shooting others. Graphics are alright, and these weird little discs come in to fucking damage you if you take too long. It has playability if you're a fucking, playing it with another person. Other than that, there's not really much to it. Then, of course, from other reviews, y'all know Star Evil, where there's an obstacle immediately at the beginning of the game that if you don't dodge it, you automatically die. Oh. And apparently if you hit the wall, you're dead also. That was terrible. It's just a generic fucking airplane style space shooter, whatever you call it. But there doesn't seem to be all that many enemies or even any bullets to dodge. It's actually kind of boring. As long as you dodge the obstructions of your path, there ain't nothing to worry about in this game. There's the boss in the first stage. He just fucking killed him. Anyway, that's fucking that game. Illuminator is a weird ass game where you're fucking just running through a room where the lights are constantly going out. Apparently I died when the lights went out that time. They kill these weird zombie vampires to make the lights come back on, and that's really all there is to this game. Not exactly sure when or how the levels come to an end in this game, you have to keep doing it. I guess eventually if you kill enough of them, the level will end. Yeah, that's all there is to this game. Now, all these games have somewhat reasonable graphics for the NES, but anyway, that's all there is to say about that game. Of course, G-Force Fighter, or yeah, it's not like that other one, but this time it's a side-scroll airplane slash whatever you call it. And like I said, they have decent NES graphics, so I can't really complain too much about the graphics. Most NES games have, well, I was talking to Luke, so this game just flies through space, killing pretty much important enemies, like, not really definable in any way. But yeah, you have a life bar in this game, so at least you know how many hits you can take. But yeah, it's a typical just dodge the shit, destroy what you can to make it to the boss. Nothing really stands out about that game. I guess we made it to level 2. Which, as you can see, there are slightly different enemies, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's playable, but there's nothing that stands out about it. You don't even get any power-ups, which is kind of lame. And like most of these games where the levels just suddenly end after a certain amount of time. But we're about to move on to the next game, and there's really nothing else to say, just a slight difference in the graphics and slight different enemies for each level, but not really. But yeah, that's that game. Okay, now we're on Ooze, which of course had that one contest, and one of the only games on this that has a fucking title screen. And of course everyone knows about the reverse fucking controls. All these Action 52 games have these like reverse controls. Or, you know, B is jump and A is attack. You gotta start paying attention when I start talking and trying to explain shit. I just don't pay attention as much, and I cause myself to die horribly. But yeah, in this game, you're just jumping across gaps and shooting. There was a weird blue slide there, I was not expecting that. But yeah, you're just running across running across the pit shooting these weird slime creatures. But yeah, I was gonna try to make it to the end of the stage, but apparently I'm doing horrible. Anyway, number 6 is Silver Sword, which there are worse games than Silver Sword. I mean, most of the enemies won't even come near you. Kind of reminds me of fucking King's Knight or Adventures of Dino Riki for NES, but there's not really fucking much to say about this game. Graphics are alright, but there's not really much to this game. As I said, most of the enemies won't even fucking come near you in this game. All you really gotta do is watch the snakes that spit bullets at you. It's playable, but nothing really stands out about it. You pretty much just keep going up in a straight line, and eventually you'll make it to the end. Every time you might want to stop just so something doesn't kill you. And there's not much. I mean, it's playable, but there's nothing special about it. You're better off playing King's Knight or The Adventures of Dino Riki, because there's nothing really special about this at all. Anyway, we're about to move on to the next game, because there ain't much else to say about that one, so let's go to the next one, which is Critical BP, Critical Bypass. Graphics are mismatched with bullshit, kinda like fucking X-Men game on the NES. And depending on how you move, depends on what direction you fire, which is kinda interesting. That was actually not that bad of an idea. But, I mean, this game, Critical Bypass could have been a decent game. They would have put a little bit more effort into it, because it has a decent fucking mechanic with the different directional fires and shit. But unfortunately, it's not well made. It could have been a decent game on its own, but no, they didn't do much with it. Now we're on Jupiter Scope, which is pretty much shooting flaming asteroids. And they don't even appear very much often. Yeah. Graphics are alright, but there's not really much to say about this one, so we're gonna move on to the next one. And of course, there's old Alfredo, which is Alfred and the Fennec. And of course, that game don't work. Wish there was a reset button, but we're playing it on emulator and there is no reset button, so we gotta do it this way. And no. I thought we could do it on emulator and get through them all. Oh, sorry. Figured since I was on emulators, I could get through them all without having to do that shit. Like, that was pretty pathetic. I was hoping that we show you that game, but apparently it's broken and won't play at all. So now we're on Operation Moon, or Operation Full Moon. Kind of, the graphics on this game kind of look like fucking that game Jackal. And there's one thing that I think is fucked up about this game, is it's really hard, yeah, it is really hard to see your ammo. You don't know where exactly you're shooting. You just have to know you're shooting straight ahead, but you can't really even see your own bullets because of the colors on it. Yeah, pretty much everything you touch will kill you in this game, almost like full circle. Yeah, not much to say about that game either. And of course, Bam Busters. This is a game where you're running around killing shit with cookies. It looks like cookies or muffins. You got like these weird phantom pandas that pop up. But you gotta be careful in this game because as you're going through these maze-like levels, there's no second chances. As the screen progresses, you get stuck if you progress too far and don't go the right direction. So you gotta remember that if you actually ever play this game, which I wouldn't advise because this game sucks. To make sure you choose the right direction before you go through the mazes, otherwise you'll instantly get stuck. Yeah, that's pretty much what this game is, going through a maze or labyrinth with fucking weird ass pandas and other sorts of things. And as you can see, when you beat the stages, it's pretty much the same fucking thing on every stage. Not really much else to say about that one, so let's go to the next one, which is Thrusters. Another playable space shooter / game, as you want to call it. There's not as much clutter in this game. I actually kind of like the background graphics because they just seem better than this one. But once again, nothing really stands out. There's not very many enemies. And actually gets kind of boring. They shoot very often, and they don't shoot very often. And there's just not much to this game. And yeah, that was the whole level right there. Not even really much of a fucking thing to stop you on that one. Then we get the Haunted Hill. This game could have actually been decent in its own right, just like fucking Ooze. If they would have focused more on this game, it could have actually been a game and not just a fucking garbage game like most of the others. Because the person that developed this game actually put a little bit more attention into it. I mean, it has possibilities. Could have been almost like a side-scroll fucking Resident Evil or Tomb Raider type game, you know? Yeah, like most of these games, one hit miss and you start completely over. So you gotta be really careful when you're playing these games, because all it takes, I wasn't expecting that shit to fly up at me. And then immediately after I respawn, well, anyway, that game could have been good, but they fucking fucked it up. Here's Chill Out. Okay. Eskimo battle game, where you're battling Eskimos with snowballs. I'm assuming that's what those are. But yeah, there's not much to this game, it's just a fucking... everyone knows about the dying there bullshit. But That game was just a quickly made game. There's nothing else to say about it. And of course, Sharks, which is pretty much Jaws for NES. It's Jaws with only the underwater scene. That's pretty much what this game is a rip-off of the NES Jaws, which is kind of surprising. But all you do is battle sharks, and as you can see, they don't even come very often, so there's really no reason to play this game ever. We're gonna skip that one. There's no fucking reason to play that game ever. Anyway, we're moving on to number 16. Sorry, doing this review, you gotta drink a beer, because again, it's hard to get through these games, because most of them are terrible. And then another action, airplane style, side-scrolling game. Like the other one, there are no power-ups, no bombs, or anything. You have a life bar, which is nice, but there's really nothing special about this game. Your firing seems kind of delayed, so you're going to get hit even if someone's hitting it straight on because of delayed firing. The boss just crushed me. But this game is kind of playable, but not great. Okay, on the French Baker. This game is a lot like fucking, goddamn, what was that other game I played just a second ago? This game is a lot like that Snowball, one we just played with the fucking Eskimos. In fact, it's almost identical, except you're a baker running around killing envelopes and all sorts of other weird shit in the kitchen. So, nothing new to say about it. Alright, next is Atmos Quake. This game is very similar to one of the first games that we played on this. It's hard to remember the names of some of these games because they're so forgettable. But, pretty much like that other one, keyboard fighter, or whatever the fuck it was called, where you kept trying not to touch the lighter, kind of like super duper. You're just shooting shit as you go. I don't even know what the fuck these things are supposed to be. Spaceships, obviously, but it's hard to tell what the fuck they're supposed to be. Anyway, yeah, you just knock the obstacles and keep firing ahead. You shouldn't die in this game. Yeah, once again, there's nothing really special about it. Great right there, like, yeah. They don't even fire at you. Yeah, in this game, the enemies don't even fire at you. There doesn't seem to be a boss. It just ends to the next stage. So that's Atmos Quake. Then there's, of course, Miyong. Everybody knows that from the AVGN review, where you're just going from square to square trying to blow up. It's an interesting idea, but there's nothing special about it. I mean, they could have made this into an interesting game, but unfortunately they did not. But this game could have had some promise, but unfortunately it was just a game to dick around on. Nothing really good about it. Okay, Space Dreams is next, and of course, then another space shooter, but for some reason it's a baby scene where you're a pacifier shooting at teddy bears and other bullshit. Once again, no special weapons, nothing of interest. It's just another typical space shooter or airplane game, however you define it. I always call these airplane games, but some of them call them space shooters. And as you can see, nothing really, no saying shooting. Yeah, even game. Still, these are more atari graphics in this game, I think. Yeah, for NES, these are still playable. I thought something could happen with those yellow circles, but apparently that's just another obstacle. Anyway, we're on streamers next. It's surprising how many of these games can be 2 players. But yeah, in this game, you're just climbing the building using like bionic commando rope or fucking Spider-Man web, whatever you want to call it. I mean, the gameplay in this isn't horrible, but there's nothing you can really grab to help you out, because all the fucking power-ups and treasures will hurt you. I guess there was supposed to be something you could do with the fucking rabbits and all that shit, but they just didn't fucking hit. What the hell is this? Kid? That kills you too. Yeah, this game just seemed unfinished. It had decent graphics. Music's not horrible. That game could have had something going for it, but they just never finished it. Anyway, Bubblegum Rosie is next. Of course, there's the game where you can shoot bubbles to kill shit. But the fucking the fucking rules in this game don't really make much sense. Because sometimes you can kill shit, sometimes your shit just passes through it. It's like most of these games, you have a certain number of hits, but it never really tells you what those hits are. Well, that's a fucking weird bird. But yeah, these weird bubble monsters that just jump and kick your ass. I mean, yeah, this game is just fucking bad. I mean, there's no saving grace for that game. And of course, old Micro Mike. Yeah, look at Micro Mike. He moves so quick, you have to have really good reaction times on this game. Because even a split second too late, and you die instantly. I mean, I don't know what to say about that game, except it would have been decent, but they fucking went too... This made it too fast. This Underground, one of those games where you have to be incredibly careful on what you do, because you have split second timing, just like Micro Mike. Like this part right up here. Yeah, you can kill the shit and actually make it through that garbage. You have to be fucking perfect on your fucking timing if you only have a moment to react. But there are too many enemies up there, so there's no chance of hell of killing them. Now this is Rocket Shock, and this game actually was kind of interesting because the weird cowboy scene kind of reminds me at the end of fucking Dr. Strangelove, where Slim Pickens rides the bomb to blow shit up at the end. If you ever seen that movie, which I'm pretty sure is where they got the motivation to do a cowboy riding a rocket was from that movie. I didn't pay attention, I keep dying. But yeah, this game could have kind of been interesting if they would have, you know, taken more from the movie Dr. Strangelove, or how it came to love the bomb. They could have actually made this into its own NES game if they would have focused, you know, they would have taken some stuff from that movie and actually put some effort into it. This could have actually been its own unique game, but unfortunately they took the idea, but they didn't really put any effort into it. As you can see, the levels just end. There's no boss in that one. Okay, what one? Non-human is the next one. Alright. This game is just fucking weird. can't duck. So if something comes within that you can't shoot at, you fucking lose anyway. But that game is just fucking weird. Okay, now we're on Cry Baby. Sorry, I have to take another drink of beer because this game is fucking pretty bad. Anyway, we're on Cry Baby. Now, once again, this game makes no goddamn sense. Your baby crawling around, smacking shit with what I assume is some kind of fly swatter. Here's crime. And the enemies, none of this shit makes sense. And if you touch the fire or whatever, you die. Man, this game makes no goddamn sense. Graphics are alright, the animation ain't horrible, but there's nothing really to say about that game. That game just makes no goddamn sense. Next up is Slashers, which, as you've heard in previous reviews, is pretty much a Double Dragon clone, but the controls are awful. You get two types of attacks. You got the kick and the punch. But it doesn't fucking really matter which one you use because it's all about timing. And yeah, there's not much else to say about that game. Okay, we're on Crazy Shuffle. If you run into the wall, you fucking die. You gotta be very precise with your movements. Because if you run into any of the walls, you're fucking dead instantly. And apparently there are power-ups that pop up, but they don't seem to do anything. But yeah, you're running around these structured mazes, killing all the shit. But you gotta be really careful not to touch anything or you're fucking dead. But that's Crazy Shuffle. Now Fuzz Power. Let's jump into the pit right away. Why Fuzz Power? This game actually has decent graphics. And actually has possibilities. This game actually did have some possibilities. They could have done something with this game. I mean, it could have been one of those fucking not so great NES games, but it could have been a game that actually had potential to be its own game. As ridiculous as that is, it could have actually been something. But once again, it's a game that just didn't get enough attention. I mean, the graphics are good. And the idea is kind of interesting, but they just didn't put enough effort into that game. It could have actually probably been its own game. Shooting out. Yeah, nothing special about Shooting Out. As they stated in some of the other things you've probably seen about it. You can't die. It doesn't matter if you miss. Yeah. Unlimited ammo. There's nothing really to say about Shooting Out. And once again, the game fucking freezes, so I apologize and we gotta go through this bullshit just to fucking reset the game so we can continue. So let's do that. As you can see, my computer is in fucking disarray and I gotta get it all fixed up. Yeah, something wrong with it. I've been trying to get a bunch of shit fixed on this computer and all my shit is in disarray. Still trying to fix on it, but anyway, that was Shooting Out. Next one is Lollipops. Now, believe it or not, I think this game could have actually been something. Considering the way the hero is and all that, this could have been kind of like a side-scrolling, like Zelda 2 style game. I mean, I see the potential in this game, but Unfortunately, it's fucking bad. I mean, it has potential. It's not. There's nothing really to say about it. That game might have had potential, or at least I could see the potential in it, but it just wasn't developed good enough. Alright, Evil Empire. Evil Empire is one of those games that's just like that other one. Yeah, just kill the shit. I guess you gotta collect the crystals. I'm not sure. But Evil Empire is crap. Oh, Sombrero. This game is kind of weird. You're running around, dodging cars and collecting, I'm assuming they're vacuum cleaners. Yeah. That's pretty much all there is to this game. Just dodge cars and collect. Maybe they're road cones? I don't know. Yeah, you're just collecting bullshit, dodging cars, and killing evil guys running around on a sidewalk, but you can't even go off the fucking sidewalk, you're stuck to the road. So yeah. Nothing else to really say about this one. You're just stuck to the road, you can't even get off the road, you're just collecting vacuum cleaners or road cones, whatever the fuck they are. This game makes no goddamn sense. I don't even think there are any bosses in this game. I'll try to beat the stage just to see if there are fucking bosses, but I doubt there are any bosses in this game. And it seems like if you hang to the side of the road, the cars won't even get you. Alright, now you're collecting iron. At least you're not restricted to the road in the second stage. But there's still nothing special to say about that game. That's some railroad. Storm Over the Desert, one of the only other games on this that has a title screen. And there's not anything to say about this one either. The sound effects are alright, the graphics are alright, except for the giant pronounced insane. But yeah, all you need to know about this game is you can't fucking die, and there's no point in playing it. Now we're on the final list. Bash Man. Now there are no attacks in this game. You're just running around, there are no attacks, and you can see there are a shitload of glitches for the graphics of this game. Shit appeared and disappeared, and shit that doesn't look like anything, just random pixels that pop up that can kill you. Man. Unusual game, but there's nothing special about this one either. It's just a dick around side scroller if you want to waste your time on it. But yeah, pretty much in this game, don't touch anything. Because even the slightest griffin like that, I guess that's a tack. Man, even the slightest thing in this game will kill you. But yeah, that's Bash Man. Nothing special about it either. Here's the game They Came. And once again, very few enemies appear, and the power-up seems to do nothing. So the power-ups in that game do nothing. Ah, goddamn it. Now we gotta do this again. Anyway. That was... Anyway, moving on to the next game.
Make your selection now.
Yeah, that was They Came. Now we're on Laser League. Alright. Guy with a rocket back. Looks like sword hills. What the fuck? We're on a fucking spaceship. Well, once again, a game that if it was on Atari, it would be kind of playable. For some reason, you fire 2 bullets at the same time. There's a delay in when you can fire. After you fire 1 round, there's like a half-second delay before you can fire again. Maybe that's the cost of shooting 2 bullets at one time. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a guy with a fucking rocket pack, fucking sword hilts, and other indescribable objects trying to stop you. I don't even know if they're supposed to be aliens or what, but yeah. Nothing really special about this game either. Graphics are alright. The music, yeah. I'll give it a pass on the music. After all, I was on a fucking game with fucking... Is that a computer disc? Why is the boss a fucking computer disc? If he stays on that side of the screen, I'm about to say, because he can't even turn around. Yeah. That's the game. Okay, next up is Billy Bob. Now there's another game on this saying that had potential. You got a gun. Yeah, oh, I died. You got a gun, and the animations and graphics are actually good. But yeah, as you've seen before, they just half-assed this game. There's no way to get across. And now we're on City of Doom. This is almost like the Spider-Man game for Atari. Where you're just climbing and dodging objects. You can shoot. But what's the fucking point in shooting? You just keep on going up and dodging shit. It's kind of like an English building. Yeah. There's nothing really special about this game either. This game is just... You're better off playing an Atari game than playing this game. There's nothing special about it. Nothing worth looking into. Okay, bits and pieces. It's a monster game. You have no attack. You got no weapon in this game at all, so all you can do is jump over shit. Not much else to say about this game. This game has good graphics. I like the monster scene, but there's really nothing to say about that game. Now beeps and blips. Alright, give this one up. Alright. This is a game of attrition. You just destroy shit and try to fucking survive. There's nothing really... They give me plenty of one-ups, which are hard to grab for some reason. Yeah, not really much to say about that game. We're on Manchester next. Little tiny nerd guy with a stubby punch, dodging fucking fireballs shooting at him. I guess they're musical notes from punk rockers. That's what it looks like. They're firing musical notes trying to kill you, like a punk rocker or something. I don't know. But yeah. Not much else to say about that. That game has alright graphics, but there's not much else to say about that. Okay, boss. Fucking dinosaur guy with a fucking gun, and he got timed the bombs just right. Otherwise you'll die, but yeah, that's all there is to this game, and it's pretty much just dodging bombs and trying to make it to the end of the stage. Nothing to say about that one either. Okay, dead end. Alright, no special abilities. Even the graphics on that game was kind of bad. Nothing to say about dead end. Hambo is next. Alright, yeah, no attacks on this game. Apparently one up will appear randomly. Let's try it one more time. Alright, I thought that was power up, but the dynamite kills you too. I mean, nothing special about Hambo. Time warp. Time warp kickers. Probably one of the most famous games on Action 52, just because of the ridiculous randomness of it, where your pair of fingers getting murdered by all sorts of shit, and yeah, when you kill shit, it says time, which makes no goddamn sense. This whole game makes no fucking sense. And the enemies come at you so quick and frequently, there's no way to fucking dodge this shit. Sometimes you have no time to fucking react at all. This could have been they could have probably done something with this one. But once again, I see potential in this game, but they fucked it up bad. Anyway, moving on to the next one, which is Jigsaw. And once again, it doesn't work. I know you're supposed to be some kind of like carpenter guy, but once again, that doesn't fucking work. So we're gonna have to go through this bullshit again to reset everything. Yeah, so we can review the match there. What he is, he's an award-winning title again.
Make yourself yeah.
Okay, Ninja Assault is the next one. It's just like that other game, that fucking slasher game where you can flip around and shit. Other than that, there's not really much to this game. Like that other one, you can't really run past anything. Why do the chicks in that game look like fucking robots or some shit? Yeah, you can flip around and kill birds and shit like that. Yeah. It's a poor side scroller. I mean, this is a game that could have probably made decent if they would have put more effort into it, but nothing really special about it. Okay, Robbie the Robot's next. Weird kid with a gun, wearing a weird outfit. No real strategy to it. You're shooting robots. You dodge the gun blasts, which don't even shoot that frequently, and when they do, it's slow. You keep, well, you got it. Yeah, most of the time on this game, you just keep firing. We're going to use the turbo controller on this part, even though I normally never use it, because why the fuck not? So yeah, the graphics are acceptable for NES. Music's not that great, and the gameplay on this barely passable. And yeah, there's nothing good about this game. Which of course tells me to Cheeto. Yeah, I was fucking up on that one, but of course that comes to the most popular and famous of the Action 52 games, Cheetah Man. But Cheetah Man was the whole reason Action 52 even came to pass, because they were trying to fucking make a franchise out of it. They is the only game on Action 52 that actually has a plot line. And of course, everybody knows this a lot more from the AVGN video game where they mimic the plot line at the start, where he gets his ass, where he gets his balls dragged and drug into the TV. But yeah, this is the only game that's even possibly near completion. So they should have just said fuck the other 51 games and just put their effort into this one, and they might have actually made the franchise they were hoping for. But no. But anyway, it is a 1-player or 2-player. I don't see how this game is a 2-player. But once again, almost any object you touch will kill you. You gotta be very careful about how you move, as you can get hung up on even the slightest objects. This game has a lot of graphical glitches, but luckily the hit protection seems to be a little bit better in this game, and shit passing right by you won't fucking kill you. But yeah, the graphics are very deceiving on where you can go or what you can do. But you gotta be careful on your navigation. Always go under the pit, don't try to go over the pit. But yeah, even though this game may be slightly more developed than the other Action 52 games, it still requires a lot of work for it to be a finished game. If they would have put their efforts into this one, they could have actually probably made it to the almost franchise success. But unfortunately, with all the other shit they were doing, they just completely ruined their chances. This game could have had potential, but they just blew it. But anyway, if you want to play a Cheetah Man game, you're better off playing Cheetah Man 2, but honestly, there's no fucking reason to play any of the games. Animations are alright. I actually kind of like the music in this game. I'll give you credit for that. Cheetah Man singing music, I think it's kind of catchy, and I do like that. I mean, that's probably the only part of this game I like is the catchy music. But that's the last game on Action 52. If you like my video, please subscribe. But we're going to end this here because that's the last game and there's nothing to say. I'm not going to review the other Action 52 games like the one on Sega and shit because there's no reason to. But anyway, I'm going to end this and y'all have a good night.